Got DVD's Captain Telos versus Strat Game. Slaanesh versus Greenskins. I know Telos has been playing a lot of Slaanesh since the Rampage updates. I don't know about before, but I just saw him hop back in and he's playing a crap ton of these guys. Strat also taking the Rampage update, though, with Fermented Fungi on his Lord here. So what do we got? For the Greenskins, we have a Night Goblin Shaman with Itchy Nuisance and Sneaky Stabbin'. Night Goblin Warboss with his Rampage, then his Net in the Tormentor Sword, in spite of the Band Mutant to give some anti-large to his bros. Orc Boys and Night Goblins. Night Goblins bring their Spinning Loon variants. More Orc Boys, more Night Goblins. We have 3 Trolls, 2 of which are stone. One is the River Trolls, Arwar. Then Orc Boar Boy Biggins, Orc Arror Boys, the Rusty Errors, and that completes the build. For the forces of Slaanesh, we have Azazel, bringing in Pavane to cause some of that Rampage. Demon Blade for Discourage also. We have a Soul Grinder of Slaanesh, Chaos Knights, Chaos Warriors with Hell Scourges, and Marauders with Hell Scourges, more Hell Striders, and the Princes of Perfection. A very small Slaanesh build. But I guess all Slaanesh builds are small because everything they have is really expensive. Chaos Warriors with their Hell Scourges diving in, but they're taking a lot of damage on the charge with these Orc Boys and the Swamp Things. It is a brutal time. There comes the first Rampage. Gonna pull these Orc Arror Boys out of position. Well, there's some Chosen of Slaanesh. That's where that money went. Anyway. Chosen and all these guys trying to deal with some stuff. Soul Grinder, we'll see what he can do, and Azazel. But this front line doesn't look like it'll go Slaanesh's way in a hurry. They might eventually grind it out, but it's going to take some time. Flash of Slaanesh down the side as Azazel jumps in. Does not look like he has any of his buffs popped or anything like that. A Spinning Loon goes through the Chosen, doing a lot of damage to them and the Chaos Warriors. That is some nasty stuff. As the Chaos Knights get involved. Oof. Spider of the Bad Moon is popped in the Orc Boar Biggins, but they took a beating against those Chaos Knights and the Soul Grinder. Azazel's in here as well, causing that Discouraged thing. Might get those guys routing. They do terror out away. And Slaanesh, as we all know, is very, very good at chasing stuff down that's already routing. Something is getting cast over here. I believe it's Spider of the Bad Moon. No, it's Itchy Nuisance. Sorry. Yeah, I was thinking of the right thing, but I gave it the wrong name. Minus 24 melee attack. Stone Trolls and Orc Boar Boy Biggins. Not feeling the best leadership-wise to stay in this, but a wall, give him ITP and keep him in it for a little bit. Slaanesh's front line, mixed results so far. The center is holding all right, and the northern side is holding for now. Orc Boar Biggins stuck fighting the Soul Grinder and Azazel. The Soul Grinder, I guess, is just a bit of a stat stick. 500 weapon strength, a lot of armor piercing, has magic damage and Subperfect Musk. It's 35 melee defense hurts it, but has 90 armor and 20% physical resistance, which I guess is fine. Azazel is trying to finish off these Night Goblins and get rid of them as the Stone Trolls rejoin the fight. I am noticing that Slaanesh is having a hard time chasing stuff down, though, because their build isn't very wide, so they kind of need everything to keep fighting, rather than chasing stuff off. Another Spinning Loon goes through the middle, hurting the Princess of Perfection quite a lot. Chaos Warriors and Hell Scourges taking a lot of damage. The Chosen, however, doing okay. Still at about 3/4 HP. Soul Grinder takes the fight to the Orc Boar Biggins all on his own. He does have Hell Striders nearby if those Orc Boar Biggins overcommit, and Azazel could even dive in. And they're not looking good on leadership, so if he has that Discouraged Blade ready to go, he can do a lot of leadership damage and shock these guys out of here. Hell Strider is going to chase off Night Goblins. That is a lot of kills to give Slaanesh their army passives. Archers are still firing in. Devoted Marauders routing off. Chaos Warriors soon to join them, but Orc Arror Boys are going to get Pavane and Rampage yet again. And I sense a mass rout coming for these Orc Boar Biggins. Another Waz here. That'll keep him in it for now. And a Spider of the Bad Moon. Give him all sorts of stats. Fermented Fungi, Rampage, and Soul Grinder, and lowering his melee defense down to 12 as he takes a ton of damage. But is the ITP going to be enough to keep the Orc Boar Biggins in it? One of them routes. Do the others follow suit as the Soul Grinder is getting chunked down? But yeah, the ITP of Wall wore off, and already we have a Terror route in here, Terror route over there. And all of a sudden the Stone Trolls are alone. Can Azazel dive back in? Tormentor Sword locks him in place. These Stone Trolls are just waiting to route. If Azazel can land in behind them, he could get them to route again. Looks like he popped something somewhere. Didn't see what. Most of the archers for Slaanesh are still up and at him, but Chaos Knights are going to get a rear charge over here. We'll keep the Soul Grinder in sight, but it looks like he's actually about to Demonic Instability Crumble any second. Chaos Knights come plowing through in a big moment for Slaanesh to try and stay in this game. With Azazel pairing up with the Chaos Knights, they're going to rout all 3 archers, it looks like, and maybe even the Shaman. Soul Grinder is going down. His leadership's too low. 6 leadership, it rallies, it's back. As Orc Barbarians chase down the Hellstriders in the distance. Azazel gets everybody for the Greenskins routing around here. And that is a terrible, terrible time for the Greenskins. Chosen of Slaanesh hold down the center, rout off the Stone Trolls. Full health Stone Trolls getting close to routing as the Soul Grinder fights his way away from the Orc Barbarians. And a Narcissism net is in for those Orc Barbarians. I guess they just wanted to free up the Hellstriders, but that seems like a... There's no follow-up to that, so it seemed a little wasteful. The Swamp Thing's thinking about routing. Night Goblin Shaman is routing. Slaanesh doesn't need to take some time and just focus down everybody that's routed off and make sure they stay routing. Because the Shaman could come back here in a second. Meanwhile, the Stone Trolls are getting through your Chaos Warriors, but oh wow. This Stone Troll's thinking about routing at literally full HP while standing next to his Lord. That's insane. What is making your leadership that low? Attacked in the rear, attacked in flank. Attacked in the rear and attacked in flank are different? Why? Friends routing, losing currently, exposed flank. Very tired. Weird. Alright, so the Chaos Knights get rampaged again. Into the Stone Trolls, into the Orc Barbarians, into everything. Tier 3 army ability, Fascination. Rampages the Orc Arboys, dragging them in, but also doing a lot of damage. And Azazel's going to get back into this guy. We still have a lot of heavily armored Hell Scourges running around. Chaos Knight have plenty of HP to be successful, and this Soul Grinder is over here participating. He's still alive, which is more than I expected out of him. So Azazel's running around, the lads. Looks like we have a last stand of these Chaos Warriors and Devoted Marauders and Hell Scourges. They're all probably going to rout off soon, but the Chosen will be here. The Chaos Knights will be cycle charging still, and Azazel is somewhere. He's chasing down the Shaman with some Devoted Marauder friends. Chaos Knights taking a lot of damage from these Orc Barbarians and Stone Trolls. And they're not loving it. Sweet Sorrow gives them extra speed to run away and vigor back to try and get their leadership in a stable point. Because I think Slaanesh knows they really need those Chaos Knights for a little bit of persistent chase. Stone Trolls, actually the Swamp Things, are overextending. If Azazel can dive down here, he can rout both these guys off and the Chaos Knights can pursue them off the map. Shaman Sorcerer is shattered. More other stuff is shattered. Doesn't look like Azazel is interested in chasing off those Cav, though. He's going to go for the archers. Chosen are chasing off Orc Arboys. A Soul Grinder returns in the distance. Azazel is in. Immediately shatters off those Orc Arboys. The Chaos Knights seem to want nothing to do with this. They leave the Devoted Marauders to their fate as they get run down by pigs and trolls. Both sides reforming ranks at ×2 speed while they do some chasing to charge up army passive and whatnot. Greenskin's just trying to get their shit back together. ×3 speed while we regroup. Everybody's regrouping. ×3 speed, still regrouping. Trolls trying to regen just a little bit. Orc boys all super close to dead. They're not gonna matter. They're all going to rout instantly. Archers firing. Boom, there's a rampage. Everybody goes in. Oops. Chaos Warriors taking a lot of damage. Still have Chosen. Still have Chosen. Still have the Soul Grinder providing that terror. Azazel dives in. Does he have his Discouraged Blade? Doesn't look like he's going to pop it just yet if he even does have it. Despite a bad mood, gives more damage, but it doesn't give more leadership. And yes, Azazel does have his Discouraged Blade popped. 30 seconds for that. But in comes the big rout. Everybody's routing the Stone Trolls on their way out of here. And that just leaves the little goblin that could and the river trolls ROR. Because the Stone Trolls are terror routing. I guess they haven't natural routed yet. Now they have. And that's probably the death knell in this game. Spinning Loons go out through the Chosen of Slaanesh, who are still holding on that far side. But Azazel is going to go for the snipe on the Night Goblin. And if he gets that guy to rout, which he's going to tear out in 1 second, that'll be army losses, as the Greenskins have just lost too much balance of power too quickly. Where's the terror rout? Pavane trying to rampage his river trolls and get a little bit of damage. Somehow this Night Goblin War Boss has held on much longer than I would have given him credit for. There's the terror route at last. And I guess he technically didn't cause army losses. There it's coming in as the Stone Trolls route yet again. GG. Azazel, 1900 value. 1700 on the Soul Grinder. Chosen did fine. Chaos Knights did very well. And then the random chaff of Slaanesh did just fine. For strat game, his Lord, only 86 value, so he's just more of a support Lord Night Goblin War Boss. I really didn't notice his spells having too much of an effect. That's unfortunately just how I feel about the Little Wah in general. Orc Barbarians did Stone Trolls and other Trolls did fine-ish. Fanatics did well. Archers did And then Orc Boys did fine. GG. Roar. Subscribe, yes.